Hey everybody! I'm here today to talk to you about 7 driving skills that many drivers need to improve at. Now, with that being said, these are 7 skills that many drivers can improve on. They are worthwhile to practice because they're commonly used, but many drivers struggle with them. So with that being said, let's get right into the video. Driving skill number 1 is parallel parking. Now, parallel parking is one of the harder things to learn how to do when you're just learning to drive. But the odd thing about it is that many people still struggle to parallel park properly, even if they've been driving for 20, 30, 40, or even 50 years. I would recommend doing some research and learning how to parallel park properly so you can do it with ease, because it's very important to know how to parallel park safely and smoothly. Moving forward, number 2, reverse parking. Now, just like parallel parking, reverse parking is one of the harder things to learn how to do, especially when you're just learning how to drive. And this is especially true because when you're reversing, things are behind you. You're moving backwards. The steering is a little bit different than when you're driving forward. And with that being said, it's one of the harder things to do, but you should know how to reverse park, because I find reverse parking to be one of the best ways to park your car for a few specific reasons, but I won't get into them in this video. It's just simply important to know how to reverse park, and it's actually really simple. So just like parallel parking, do some research and learn how to reverse park easily. Moving forward, number 3. Doing all of the required safety checks. Many drivers will do some of the required safety checks, but they will not do all of the required safety checks all of the time. Now, it's important to do all safety checks all the time, simply because they're there for a reason. Now, for instance, when you are going to be changing lanes, you should be putting your signal on, checking your rear view mirror, checking your side mirror, and checking your side blind spot. Many drivers will skip one or more of those things in certain driving situations. Sometimes they'll do all of them, sometimes they'll do some of them. So with that being said, it's important to do all of the safety checks and the safety precautions all the time, okay? You're operating a vehicle, you should do so in a safe manner, so do all of the safety checks all of the time. Number 4, the 4th driving skill that many drivers need to improve on is maintaining a proper following distance. Now, the following distance is the distance between your car and the car in front of you. And if you follow too closely to the car in front of you, guess what? You're putting yourself and the person in front of you at an increased risk of getting into an accident or a near accident. So with that being said, maintain the proper and safe following distance. Now, there's an easy way to measure your following distance in seconds. When the car in front of you passes something on the street, like a light post or a set of traffic lights, you're going to start counting. Let's say the car passes when I clap. 1, 2, 3. And let's say I passed that same milestone when I clapped the second time. I have about a 3-second following distance. So you're going to count the number of seconds that passes between when the car in front of you passes that milestone and when you pass that milestone, and that's your following distance. Figure out what a safe following distance is for where you live in your specific road conditions, and then use that following distance. Driving skill number 5, merging earlier than at the last possible moment. Many drivers are guilty of this. They need to merge because they're getting onto the highway, or the lane that they're in is cutting off, or whatever the case is, and they wait until the last possible moment when the other car in the next lane has no choice but to let them in, or they're going to go off onto the shoulder of the road or hit something on the side of the road, okay? Don't merge at the last possible moment. Merge a little bit earlier. It helps with the flow of traffic, and it doesn't get other drivers aggravated. Driving skill number 6 that many drivers need to improve on is getting into the best lane in advance. Now, the best lane is the best lane for you. It might be the right lane for this person. It might be the left lane for you. It might be the center lane for someone else. Let's say I'm going to make a right-hand turn. I need to get into the right lane a little bit earlier in advance. Let's say I'm going to be making a left-hand turn soon. I want to get into the left lane a little bit earlier in advance. advance. Let's say I'm driving on the highway in the left lane or one of the other lanes, and I need to exit off of the right. I need to exit off of the right of the highway, in a few kilometers. I should get into the rightmost lane a little bit earlier in advance so that I'm ready. It's as simple as that. Last but not least, driving skill number 7 that many drivers need to improve on is knowing the rules for the right of way. Now, most drivers know the basic rules for the right-of-way at a 4-way stop. Whoever gets there first has the right-of-way, but then they don't know the more complex rules. They don't know who has the right-of-way if there are 2 cars that get there at the same time. Now, this all depends on the situation, but you want to be able to know the rules for the right-of-way in any situation. And here's another thing as an added bonus that relates to number 7. If you have the right-of-way, don't automatically just hit the gas pedal and think that you can go. Proceed with caution, because although you have the right of way, although the other person should stop and let you go and give you the right of way, that might not happen. So proceed with caution when you have the right of way, and when you don't have the right of way, let the other driver that has the right of way proceed with caution. And that's basically it. In this video, I've gone over 7 driving skills that many drivers need to improve on. It's been a very simple video, and I really hope that you've enjoyed it. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think down below as a comment. And of course, be sure to subscribe for more great car and driving videos just like this one. And that's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching.